Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be drawing Sarvente, or Sarvente, or Sarvente, or whatever you want to call her, from FNF. She's a very popular mod character from the Mid-Fight Masses mod, and I figured I'd draw her, even though everybody knows nowadays that I'm a terrible artist. Yes. But, today we're going to try to do an easy tutorial to try and draw her as good as I can. It may or may not be good. And you may want to grab a few markers and pencil if you want pencil. And you might want to grab a box just to test colors. And as I said before, we were drawing Sarvente, as I'll be referring to her for the rest of the video, or Sarvente. But I made an easy sketch of her right here. It's not the best, as most people can see, but it's something we can work off of, and so it's good enough. So easy enough. You're going to take, like so, that black marker everyone uses, and we're just going to start right on the face, like literally no one ever does. And yes, I know my marker is making a lot of noise. I can't help it, for the record. It's literally just my marker's fault. But, yes, that little semicircle right there. Now, you might want to start out with a sketch just to have something to go off of. I recommend a sketch. And now, usually I don't do anything related to markers, but today I thought I'd give it a shot, just to see how it would work out in sorts. So just gonna draw like that, and then onto the side. And it's like I said, I'm not the best artist. Now you want to leave a little bit of space between one cross and the next cross. So you may want to leave between 3 and 4 fingers space. And like I said, not the best artist. And you might have already seen people do Sarvente. But this is just me trying badly, I'm gonna be honest. So we're almost finished up with the last cross here. And you don't want to make a line through there, because that would just look really weird. No, I almost did that, but I caught myself. So you see now, we have the 2 crosses. We have her smiling little face. And now, all we gotta do... I say all we gotta do, but we're not nearly half finished. Draw her hat. Simple as that. Got it? Alright, I'm moving on. You can pause the video if you want. In fact, I highly recommend pausing videos like these, because you never know what you miss until you, miss them. And so, it's really easy to miss things. And that's why you've always got to pay careful attention to the things you might have missed. Because it may be certain. And like I had said before, I highly recommend doing a sketch before using markers. Because a sketch will help you so much, and I really mean it. It will help you so much. If I didn't have this sketch, I'd be clueless. All I really have is this to go off of. So, make a line right there. Try and make it as light as you can if you have pencil. I have marker, so I really can't do anything light with my marker. So, just try the best you can. Now we're making her neck here. And I know I'm all over the place, but you want to make a little half diamond here. And then the way this goes out is almost like a peace sign in a way. I mean, that's what it's always reminded me of. And then just this line right here for shading whenever we're finished. And you might want to mark this line right here too, because this is where we finish shading whenever we do shade. And we will shade, but not extremely soon. I'm going to be completely honest. We're just going to do a curve like that. And more shading. Now, you don't have to do all the shading because, like I said, it's supposed to be an easy tutorial, but you can if you want to. For me, it makes it a lot easier for me, so and it makes the drawing a lot better for me. So I prefer shading, but you really don't have to do it if it's not something that you would feel would suit your style the best. So now we're just gonna go back into the arm right here. Make a line like that. Some more shading. And like I had said before, you really don't have to do this if you don't want to. And now we're getting into some detail right here. Little X's right there. If you can't see it, it's okay. I'm going to make a little finger like that. This finger will touch down to the bottom. Then we're going to make another finger right here. And it's going to go all the way up to the hand. And last but not least, this finger right here. Now, you're coming back up to the top. You're going to make a small curved line all the way down here. Almost to the bottom, but not quite. Then you're going to go up and back down in a curve. And you might want to go back up like that again. Now, for the legs, which to me was the trickiest part to make. You could start with this leg And so you're just going to make a curved line like that. And then over here, you'll make a line here and then back down. And then right here, a little curved line. You'll go back up and then come right back down, making a curve on the way down, and then a curve for the very edge of the toe. You'll come straight line, up, down, sideways, and then back up, all the way back up. And now what you're going to do to add some detail, well, actually this is not detail, this is still kind of sort of part of the leg. You're going to add 2 stripes right there. And then what you're going to do, a thick line up and a thick line sideways like this. And over here do the same thing. A thick line up and a thick line sideways like this. Now for shading, alright, now for the last part, the final touch, the arm. You're going to start at this point, make a curve to here, then you'll come here, make a curve, almost a circle but not quite, and stop right about there. Now you're going to make a curve up and back down, and then sideways and up again. Now for the finger, almost like little sausages, if you want to call it like that. And then the smallest finger there. The bottom of the microphone right here. The curve of the arm. And then the thumb over here. Now, to add detail, a little bit of detail. And then over here, make a curve up. And now, if you want to stop right here, since this is simply the marker sketch, you can stop here, but if you want to continue, just know that the rest of this video is going to be adding color. And so, this is your one and only warning to back out if you don't want to be here. And so, like I said, moving on. Let's make a line down here. Down here. Then finally, make a line and another line. Like that. And that's for the face coloring. I almost forgot some of the arm shading. It'll be around here, but it's so light that if I added this in black marker, it would kind of ruin the whole thing. So, in other words, I'm not going to do it. Anyways, now that we've got that done and over with, let me cap my black marker up. And we'll try to dig in this sea of markers to find something that'll actually match Sarvente. For me, this is literally just digging through my markers, saying, would this fit? And it's a fit. For one part of the face, at least. So you're going to get a dark pink. Try to stay in the lines as good as you can. I know that most people are not the best at staying in the lines. I mean, I'm not. Have you looked at some of my videos? And so you're just going to fill it in slowly but surely, like that. And that should finish up the first side of the face. And also for our shading at the bottom. Voila. Perfect as that, and which is not perfect at all. And then we could add some shading to the crosses. Honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of the shading right here, but I do it anyways. Just to make it look a little bit better. Then over here, just do a little bit like that. And then finally, we can cap up this marker right here. Got it. Now I'm going to try this marker right here, see if it does any good use for us. And if not, then we'll move on to this one. We'll see which one works the best. All right, maybe. Biggest question is, will it work better? All right, so I've just gone ahead and decided something already. This right here will be for the cross and the belt-ish thing. And this will be for the last part of the face. So let's go ahead and do that. And we could also use it for the shading on the gloves because it's light enough to do that. So yeah, let's just do that. Simple enough. Shading in the lines. Going up top. Filling all that space in. Then we'll come down here. Not only are we doing this for the gloves, we're also doing this for the pants. So we're just gonna shade this in a little bit darker than the gloves because, I don't know, I guess it needs to be. Shade that in a little bit. And then basically just right here and around the thumb, if you can get to the thumb, is where the shading will be right here. Like so. And then for the thumb over here is where that's gonna be. Just a little bit more right here along the edge of the fingers. Got it? And we're good. So far, so good. Now, I wouldn't say we're the best so far. I would just say it's a normal artist. We'll call it rookie or amateur. Because so far, we haven't finished yet. That's all gonna change right about now. Like that. Just a medium-ish pink. I know that kind of sounds weird to say, but that's the way it is. that. And then we're also going to use it to fill in the crosses over here. Oh, almost forgot. That's if you're finished. And now you want to get everything filled in. We're also going to use that to help shade our boots. Or whatever kind of shoes you want to call them. Now the real struggle, which is finding the color of the cloak, which will be like a mahogany color, I would say. But I mean, at this rate, I'm literally just trying every color that seems like it would fit. But let's be honest, this is kind of hard. Mahogany in itself is hard to find. But we found a winner. Mahogany is basically a brownish, dark pinkish color. And now I wouldn't really judge if people said differently. In fact, I wouldn't judge at all. So basically, let's just jump right into it. Apparently, it's going to be like we're performing surgery on this right here. Because apparently this is going to be the hardest stuff of the bunch. And that's making the mahogany dark enough to where it actually looks reasonable to be put on a tutorial. So just try to get your mahogany pretty dark. Just around there though. And then a little bit of dark mahogany. Right here. And like that. Right there. Because I somehow forgot to do this. Which is actually a miracle because most of the time I don't forget to do things. But on rare occasions, like this, happens all the time. Now we're also gonna do down here some more dark mahogany. I just feel like this mahogany in general is dark. And now if you want to add a little more shading to the boot, you can do that. No judging here. But mainly we've got that covered. And I will fill in all the other details I've missed whenever I'm through. So hang tight if you haven't seen some things completed. Like, for example, the shading right here. We're going to get to it, but not just yet. Now we can start to do some lighter mahogany. So basically just regular marker. Now you don't have to press against so hard. We can come down here, give the smaller shading some light. Now this is slightly lighter than this. If you can't see that, I honestly can't really see it either. So we're in the same boat here. Now that that's finished, shade. Which, by now, you've probably figured out is probably my favorite thing to do in this whole colorful adventure. Oh no, paper getting away from me. Now we can also go right here on the bottom and shade lightly too, since that's finished. So is this. Alright, seems like that's finished. And I know I'm going all over the place here, but stick with me. It's reasonable. And you'll probably see that in a minute. Now we also can't forget shading this too. Because if we forget to do that, we're kind of sort of doomed here. Because that, my friends, is one of the most important things here. I'll lightly shade in this and this, because I bet some people were already off in the comments saying, you forgot this and this and this. No, I didn't forget. Trust me. And last but not least, with this mahogany color, well, actually, second last to second least, we're gonna do the boots right here. Do this heel, and we're gonna get towards the bottom and around, and we're gonna get down. Alright, now that we've got that, we can add a little bit of shading to the microphone. Because, I mean, it wouldn't hurt anyone if we did that. So we'll add a little bit of shading. Alright, now we're almost finished. And if you haven't guessed, the last color that we need is basically just me editing stuff in black-ish, gray-ish, wherever it is right now. Ah, found it. Man, we're on a roll right now. Got it. And then we're gonna come here, make sure not to destroy any of those little fingies. And that's all the gray we need for right now. Just for right now. Sorry, I was looking for the marker cap because it ran away just for a little bit. Now we got a light color right here. I'm going to shade that in slightly, like that. The last thing we shall do is take our lovely black from the beginning and shade this in right here. Because why not? And that, my friends, is my horrible drawing of Sarvente. If I missed anything in which I feel like I did already, please let me know. And it's not my personal preference, but if you want to add some shading to the eye, just do it lightly because you really don't want to mess up the eye. The eye is one of the things that make up a character's personality, in my opinion. So technically, yeah, you could just go about that. Or, if you want to take some of my real good personal preference, you could follow my lead and do some light shading right here. Yes, that shall be light enough. Almost like a light bubble gum. But extremely light, like only use the tip. some little shading right there. A little bit more shading. And just gotta finish up the top. Extremely light, even though I'm really not doing extremely like I keep saying, but you get the point, probably. Anyways, that's Sarvente from FNF. Did I miss this little thingy? No, I actually didn't. It's still colored. Anyway, yeah, that's Sarvente from FNF. Mid-Fight Masters mod. And all you really gotta do now, if you want to do it, is label. If you want to label. Alright, see you in the next video. And my name is Legends Unite on Friday. Please subscribe to me because low on subscribers, if it wasn't obvious enough. And have a good day. Bye.